Okay guys, here we go. Gonna be the start of the AK700 build. I like to kind of get all my stuff out ready to go here. Got my computer up with my manual so I can kind of follow up there a little bit. Parts laid out. First section working on is the head. So I just kind of like to get everything out. I did take the head apart. That way I can move the bearings where they're supposed to be, get everything in place, double check everything. I'll do that with everything that's already assembled, like this here on the swash plate. I'll pull everything out, clean it, thread lock it, get it all ready to go. But I have all the components laid out for the head, so that way I can continue on here, get everything in place, ready to go, and then we'll come back and check once we have the head assembly together. And here we go, let's get this puppy started. One of the things I like to do when I'm doing the head is I found it's a little easier. You can kind of see I put a little thread lock in here in the feathering spindle itself rather than putting it on the bolts when I put the head together. I find sometimes if I put it on the bolt, when I'm putting it in, I get it on the outside bearing. The thread lock just gets places where I don't necessarily want it. So here I can put it on, wipe off the little excess, and when I assemble everything, I have thread lock where it needs to be and not on any of the bearings or the thrust bearings or anything else accidentally. So just a little tip, I've been doing this for years, works great, and I have zero issues with my feathering spindles this way. Okay, so I get this question a couple times about what this tool is. I had it from when I did my 550. Basically it's for doing your turnbuckles. So it makes it real easy. When you look, you see all the different sizes that are in here. So you just pick your appropriate size. You kind of put that in, and when you're holding it, just makes it super easy to turn and adjust and get all set up. So that's just for anyone that wondered what this actually was in the kit. We got the head all together. This thing looks really, really good. It is beefy. I love everything, how it's marked everywhere with steam on here. It's very well branded. Really like it. So like I said, they do have the markings on the top. The one thing they didn't have in the manual, which isn't really a big deal, is for these links, you know, going from your blade grip arms to your swash plate. So it's not hard to figure out though, because basically just set your swash plate, I don't know if I can do this here, but you do your swash plate where you're gonna have your follower arms right here where it says steam. They're gonna be set to where you're at 90 degrees to your main shaft. And then when you're up here, you can see these should just be straight, or the zero indicator should be on here. And this is just a rough figuring, but that gets you really close to what your final measurement should actually be. Because then you'll dial it in once you're setting up the fly barless system and you put your pitch gauge on. But everything here works so smooth. The parts fit is just really, really good. I'm very impressed with how nice that this is turning out. So I'm going to document a lot of this as we go along, just to help people out as they're building, if they're doing anything. That way if there's also any questions. But very, very smooth operating. All the bolts were in place, so it made it really easy to know where everything was supposed to go. Very happy with this so far. So this is only the first step, and we're going to keep going on this. But this is our basic head assembly, which is a very important part of the setup. And then we're going to move on to some other goodies on here.